Let me start off by saying something that's going to sound completely wrong at first, but stick with me. The Elgato Teleprompter is not a teleprompter, at least not the way that most people are using teleprompters. Because once you understand what this thing actually is, you're going to stop thinking of it as something that you read from, and you're going to start using it as a second screen that your camera lens sits right inside of. And that's one shift that's going to completely change how you record videos, podcasts, interviews, or anything going forward. And if you've ever felt like the Elgato Teleprompter was cool but kind of limited, confusing with certain software, or nice but way overpriced, there's a good chance that you're missing its real power. Today I'm going to show you what most people don't realize, why this is so different from cheaper alternatives, and how 2 comments on my Elgato Teleprompter unboxing and long-term review actually sparked this entire video. First, this comment right here from Peter Napoliello. It's pointing out something that feels like a deal breaker at first, right? He says this: when you put your recording software on the Elgato Teleprompter screen and you turn on the script feature, you don't get access to any of the controls anymore of the software. So it looks like the two are fully incompatible, and it feels like it defeats the purpose entirely. But here's the most important part. This isn't a compatibility issue. It's an order of operations issue. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make this setup work. Another creator, Talk for Ukraine, he asked this, a really important question. Can you actually see yourself while you're recording with the text overlay on the Elgato Teleprompter? Because in a lot of other reviews, he says it looks like that you can't. And the answer is yes, 100% you can, but only if you understand how the Elgato Teleprompter is actually meant to be used. And the answer to both of these questions is exactly what I'm going to show you in this video, but with a twist. Most teleprompters are simple. They do one thing and they do it pretty well. They show text. That's it. But the Elgato Teleprompter was designed differently from the start. It's not just displaying words. It's acting as a second monitor with a transparent display layer, meaning you're not just reading from it, you're working through it. And that distinction matters more than you think. Here's the biggest difference for me. I don't treat the Elgato Teleprompter like a note or a script reader. I treat it like a dedicated second monitor, a monitor that sits directly in my line of sight. It keeps you looking into the lens, and it lets you control what you see without breaking connection with your audience or your guests. Once you see it that way, a lot of things suddenly make sense. Why it costs more, why it feels so different, and why it can replace setups that normally require multiple screens. Now let's go back to those comments. When you put the recording software on the Elgato Teleprompter screen and you turn on the script feature, can you access certain controls? And can you actually see yourself while recording and have the text overlays on the screen? What we're about to go into answers both of those. Peter's point about losing control once the teleprompter text is active is completely valid. But here's the key. It's not a bug. It's not an incompatibility issue. And it's not a specific recording software fault. It's about visual priority. When you activate the teleprompter or script modes, the script or notes take display precedence, meaning whatever you put on the screen becomes the primary layer. That's intentional. Once you understand that, the workflow just clicks. If you need to move your full recording software onto the teleprompter just to see yourself or your guest, here's the simple rule first. Set up everything first. Hit record, then activate your notes or your script. That's what editing's for, right? You can clean up all that dead airspace in post. But the software that I use for all of my recording and my editing, Riverside, it makes this even better. Since the Elgato Teleprompter text takes priority, Riverside solves this problem in a smart and simple way. Instead of forcing the entire app onto the teleprompter screen, you can simply pop out your guest video and move just that window onto the teleprompter. Your main screen stays fully usable. Your eye contact stays locked in. That's the difference. You don't move your entire workspace onto the teleprompter. You move only what matters. Once you do that, everything feels intentional instead of frustrating. That's also why cheaper teleprompters don't feel the same. They show text, They don't manage visual focus. The Elgato Teleprompter isn't just helping you read, it's helping you stay present. Your eyes stay forward, your delivery stays natural, and your setup, it gets simpler, not more complicated. That's the real value right there. If you record solo videos, host interviews or podcasts, do one-on-one coaching, or struggle with eye contact and flow, this isn't just a nice accessory. It's a workflow tool that you'll never live without again, but only if you use it the right way. And that's where I want to hear from you. If you're using the Elgato Teleprompter, are you recording solo? Are you recording with guests? Do you have a co-host? Or have you thought about using it for notes during coaching calls? Drop a comment and let me know exactly how you're using it. Because if one comment sparked this video, there's a good chance that your setup might spark the next one. Once you stop thinking of the Elgato Teleprompter as something that you just read from, and you start using it as a second screen that you look right through, it stops being just a teleprompter and starts becoming one of the most powerful tools in your setup. And if you found this video helpful, you're gonna love the Riverside course that I built right here. And if you missed the Elgato Teleprompter unboxing and full setup video, you can go back and watch that right here also. And as always, stay healthy, stay balanced, and keep driving forward. I'll see you next time.